understand that there really is nothing to discover. There is no one to find. There's no little guy in your brain controlling you with joysticks. And let that free you to create the life of your dreams. Breathing is one of the most incredible things that these bodies do, because they're both automatic and we can control it. Most things, like our heart, we can't make it stop or beat extra fast. But our breath gives us a doorway into our state of mind and the present moment. If we are stressed, if we're scared, whenever this happened when we lived in the wild 100,000 years ago, it was because a dangerous animal was nearby and we needed to be very quiet, and so we'd hold our breath. Today, that doesn't happen too often, where we need to, be extra quiet to avoid a tiger. So when we have these subtle causes of stress constantly throughout the day, we never get a chance to relax and rest, which is essential after that bear leaves the tribe. And so we need to really check in with our breath. We're usually, when we're stressed, which is for most people all the time today, we are usually holding our breath until we let out that big sigh and catch our breath. And we always catch ourselves, sighing because we've been holding our breath. Or maybe our breathing is irregular. Maybe it is choppy. Maybe it's very shallow. Another very common thing is, when we are hiding, we need to be small. And we are not expanding our belly when we breathe. And that is essential to health and happiness, because that rich oxygen gets into our blood, goes to our brain and every organ in our body. And so when we take that deep belly breath and we expand it fully and expand our lungs fully without force or stress, just naturally, we are telling our body that danger is over, and we are able to allow that stress response in our body to turn into a rest and recover response. The way to make this a permanent habit, which is what we really want, to just always be mindful of our breathing, is to start to practice that. I noticed first when I was working out at the gym when I was in high school a lot, and I would take in a big deep breath and then I would blow it out really hard when I was working out, and then I would accidentally do that in class, someplace where I wasn't. It just became a habit, and breathing is like that. So if we can make a habit of mindful breathing by meditating and just being aware of that breath, feeling it coming through our nose, down the back of our throat, expanding our lungs and our belly, and then coming out in reverse, and feeling those sensations from the inside out with our eyes closed, and becoming finely tuned to those subtle sensations, we become highly in tune to ourselves, to our psyche, to what is going on beneath the surface that maybe we're not even aware of. And so we need to check in with ourselves. And if we make that a daily practice, not just in the morning at meditation or in the evening, but throughout the day, put up Post-it notes everywhere, breathe. Put up iPhone or smartphone or smartwatch reminders every hour. And it gets us into this habitual mode of just checking in with ourselves. And the more we check in with ourselves, the more we not just even check in with our breath, but we scan our body from time to time, the less illnesses are going to creep up, the less major diseases or major pain and debilitation is going to creep up on us, because we're staying aware and we are releasing that stress instead of letting it accumulate. So simply get into that practice. Practice makes perfect, and it, over time, will become second nature. Whenever we go on a journey to discover ourselves, whether we felt shame, regret, embarrassment in the past, and we're trying to reach a place that is free from that negative experience, the first thing we need to do is understand that there really is nothing to discover. There is no one to find. There's no little guy in your brain controlling you with joysticks. And let that free you to create the life of your dreams. Because at the end of the day, when we make choices that are the truest to ourselves, this is how we create a life that honors our true selves. Instead of going down this journey, hoping to find something, thinking that some future moment will give us this revelation that we've been searching for, we can try to simply enjoy the exploration and discovery for its own sake, for the joy of being alive. So often we think that what we do, what we surround ourselves with, who we surround ourselves with, is going to be that salvation. But the thing is, we can achieve all of that. And then what have we got? Once we achieve our dreams, once we have everything we've ever wanted, we still have a life to live. And so the sooner we get practice being and enjoying the moment, the more that when we catch that thing we've been chasing, we can appreciate it. It's really like a dog chasing a mail truck, and it has no idea what it's going to do if it catches one. It hasn't really thought that far ahead. And that is really what we are doing when we are only trying to achieve some future moment instead of learning to be in this one.